attacked the San Francisco area's transportation system.
I have
Bart had cut cell service within the transit system.
Only one thing to say.
Police brutality protests.
This is about Bob Says.
Was devastating and vicious.
We will not issue any more warnings.
Off Bart
for the record
of a naked photo of a senior Bart employee.
Sometimes it kind of makes you laugh, sometimes it makes you cringe, sometimes it makes you laugh and cringe at the same time. All of a sudden, you're like, oh my gosh, there is this, dagger that's being thrown. And a naked photo.
Absolutely.
There is a fear out there of what they could.
I did some research.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what makes them who they are, is that they are bad boys and rude boys.
F1, whatever. The paragraph that's supposedly in...
Anonymous was evolving, using its power to shock and disrupt, to affect social
in
During the Arab Spring, the collective emerged as a full-fledged activist group, taking up occasions fighting against the repressive regime
that connects
the lives.
The Tunisian government has made itself an enemy of Anonymous.
They did everything from take down government websites. They wrote
the Dream Act
the phishing of passwords. They brought massive media attention to Tunisia.
And I didn't say it directly in here, but they're supposedly planning something big in New York.
There is a revolution brewing.
Suddenly, the civil
there's no proof of this.
In flags, maps, banners.
From what I could find.
When we returned,
I didn't sift through a lot of papers. I didn't look that hard. But
getting personal information of these officers.
I'd rather not say.
Yeah, there might be some proof if you dug hard enough. But from what I could see,
they're all like, hey brother, no one notices you.
There's no
proof.
proof.
Bother you, you're not reliable. They say, shut up. And I'm like, you shut up. In business,
the F7 law.
Because these guys aren't just hitting print. They're hitting
not saying SOPA couldn't do that because they, shutting down sites like YouTube. Not a good idea. But that's what SOPA plans to do. And if a bill is that powerful, I could see them having something like that in there. But from what I could find so far, I'll keep looking, there's no proof.
With better car replacement, if your car is totaled, we carry the money for a car 1 model year newer.
Yeah.
Mutual auto insurance.
And it's not that I feel that this is, not that I feel that
taking psyllium fiber won't make you a model.
The hacker movement is a joke and all that.
Down with cholesterol.
Have you ever held 33 kids?
In fact, I feel that those guys are heroes. I'm watching this on CNN now.
No way.
Those guys are heroes.
SodaStream, the revolutionary home soda maker that turns.
I mean, they encourage capitalism.
It's exactly like Diet Coke. It tastes like Sprite. It tastes like Red Bull. Choose from over 50 delicious flavors. So I would take a flip space. No recycling. Tastes exactly like what I paid a lot of money for. The SodaStream revolution.
They encourage capitalism, but the government
Our team plays guitar. Our drum crew plays drums. Our staff control audio from pros and audio.
Like I said, powerful.
We've got tons of great gear too, so the stage is set for you to make music. And when we unlock our doors,
And
it's showtime. Guitar Center.
Guitar Center's clearance savings event is going on now. Don't miss it.
Closed captioning brought to you
they could absolutely.
Addiction ends here. For a limited time, Passages Malibu will be giving away free.
They're just trying to target innocent people.
To get yours, go to
I mean,
PassagesMalibuBook.com.
yes, hackers are out there, they're real, but
The shadowy internet group known as Anonymous has grown now far beyond its
they're just trying to point out the
It's now
truth.
emerging as a forceful public relations weapon for the Occupy protest movement. Amber Lyon takes you
Yeah.
inside Anonymous.
Let's say there is F91.
Anonymous likens itself to the Air Force of the
Let's say that is real.
Everyone, every year, occupying their towns, their capitals, and other public spaces.
Anonymous has an array of people on the street. We're talking medics in San Francisco, tech support in Washington, D.C.,
Let's say that is real.
and here in New York, guys like Troy.
You're gonna say that
Troy, not his real name, is part of an army of citizen journalists documenting the movement.
the government
and the
doesn't
police
do that?
by broadcasting live
No,
video
absolutely they do.
When they see evidence of what they believe is police misbehavior, Anonymous strikes back, releasing personal information.
Absolutely, they sneak little things into bills. Like that episode of The Simpsons. Sir, we're invading a town because
an NYPD
Homer
named
went
Anthony Bologna
rogue from the army.
pepper spraying two protesters.
Sir, we're invading a town.
Action.
Is that legal? Absolutely, I slipped it into the National Broccoli Day.
Subgroups within Anonymous is
National Broccoli Day Proclamation.
their specialty is
Yeah.
boxing. It's short
National Broccoli Day Proclamation.
for all the information,
And that's all they're trying to do here,
and
if
then
my friend's
release
right.
it publicly.
My friend, I get a lot of information from my
Cabin
friends.
crew compiled Bologna's name, his home address, past legal actions, even the names of his family members, and put it all.
Like, for example,
After a
my friend that,
and public pressure, Bologna was placed on leave and reassigned to Staten Island.
my friend that,
What do you think that did to the NYPD when they saw all
that
this information get posted?
gave me the information that,
See it as a form of vigilantism. They're pushing the boundaries of the law. But I think some of their actions also reveal the ways in which either private security companies or police are also
that there is some variety of comic
In
code.
the propaganda wars was this. In a non-group by the name Operational Leaks posts the clip on YouTube. The next day, the clip tops 100,000 views. 3 days later, 1.5 million. The casually spraying cop.
I mean,
it was outrageous, ridiculous, ballsy, and effective.
Police in riot gear sprayed students, pepper spraying student protesters.
The incident was picked up by
Came up with-
mainstream media and replayed over and over again. Anonymous wants to frame the narrative of the Occupy movement as a contest between peaceful protesters and a
And it is.
militarized police state.
I'm sorry, a contest.
Reality, though, isn't quite so clear-cut. At Occupy Oakland, some protesters attacked the police with rocks and bottles.
I was talking to my friend about what they're planning in New York, what he says they're planning.
After the city tore down their encampment. Some people are trying to tear down the fence and head into the main area.
She's not gonna tell me. So, something to do with, yeah, no. Not gonna tell me. And that's why it's called F91.
PR machine focused solely on instances where the cops got out of line.
The F9,
Of ammunition.
the F91 is exactly a,
Police apparently fired a projectile directly at a former Marine named Scott Olson, who was peacefully protesting against the crackdown.
it's something to do with this.
Scanning the video for
Something to do with-
numbers and names. offering a reward for
with what they're doing technologically.
The case is still under investigation. The Department of Homeland Security has put out several alerts to law enforcement and corporate security focused mainly on the group's hacking activities. And the FBI has made more than a dozen arrests.
We're living in a police state.
But there's no indication that has cramped Anonymous's style. Their latest op?
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all on planet Earth.
On Christmas Day, members crashed the website of a security research company.
Like I said,
Client list, along with their credit card numbers, in order to steal $1 million for donations to charity.
We are anonymous. Expect us.
I'm not.
Our correspondent Amber Ryan now joins us here in studio. A little frightening, a little scary.
Especially for law enforcement in many aspects.
You know, I got to ask you, so what if they get it wrong? What if they put up some personal information that is inaccurate?
They were donating
very little accountability because of the way
the dollars to charity.
Anyone can claim to be anonymous. There's also a lot of extreme outliers, and you know, law enforcement is.
They were donating the dollars to charity. It went to charity.
Anyone federally or locally, and they refused to send an officer forward, kind of to the chopping block, because they feared that if this officer appeared on camera, they could become a target of Anonymous. All right, Amber.
Thanks so much for the story. And coming up, is it possible that schools could be making your child sick? My investigation reveals there's a hidden problem all around the country, and it's one that kids can't avoid.
I'm not saying don't obey your teachers, because I know my little brother and his friends are watching this. I'm saying obey your teachers, but just know there are people like that out there. There are people.
Because more is what we do. Terrain in a smaller SUV from GM.
Like hackers out there, like Anonymous.
There's been a seismic shift in what passes for common sense. Used to be, we socked money away and expected it to grow. Then the world changed, and the common sense of retirement planning became anything but common. Fortunately, TD Ameritrade's investment consultants can help you build a plan that fits your life. Take control by opening a new account or rolling over an old 401k today, and we'll throw in up to $600. How's that for common sense?
I mean, and it's crazy. And as crazy as it sounds,
So I have a great idea.
Simple online collaboration will change the way you work. And perhaps a whole lot more. Welcome, everyone. Visit GoToMeeting.com and sign up for your free 30-day trial. Single Christians, good news. At ChristianMingle.com, members send more than 100,000 messages every day. Without sending one of those messages, I never would have met my beautiful wife. Joining is easy and free. Find God's match for you at ChristianMingle.com today.
What's CNN? The world's deadliest drug wars. Police how God will the narco war. CNN next Sunday night, 8 Eastern.
My name is James, and I have seizures.
Jaden started having seizures when he was in the second grade.
I just black out.
Eventually became epilepsy.
I take 2 pills.
But I'm on new medications on now, which is doing beauty.
I like that the guy does. He's cool. He stopped my seizures. There's no place like Children's Hospital.
It's Children's Hospital of Michigan's 125th birthday. Tell us your Children's Hospital story at children'sent.org.
I love everything about the auto show. The ambiance, the cars, sights, the sounds, the people, the cars. It was amazing.
There were waterfalls. There were cars on walls.
The cars go on as far as the eye can see.
The imagination ran wild.
Every manufacturer outdoes themselves from the previous year.
The glitz, the glamour, the excitement, the anticipation is such an event.